So here it is, the 66 Chevy C10 3/4 ton. It's currently got a fleet side on it. Originally had a step side. Overall, really solid truck. Of course, it's got some rust in the typical spots across the front here. And both rockers and floor pans. I only ordered the driver's side. I'm just going to start with that. This will be my first rust restoration. Haven't really ever got into any rust like this to try to repair it. New rockers, inner rocker, outer floor pan and inner floor pan section. MIG 170 gas coverage for solid core wire. It's literally just a Harbor Freight special. Got all the metal from Auto Metal Direct. Definitely recommend getting all the metal from the same outlet so it fits nice. So basically the thing with this build is we're going to do 327 Turbo 350. It's going to be just a good work truck daily. It's already got 3/4 ton running here underneath of it. I've got helper springs. Be doing disc brake conversion. I'm just going to be cutting this out here. Probably cut it in around the body mount. It's basically the same thing on the other side. Just a little bit on the cab corner, not bad. But overall, not something that I'm not scared of tying into. So I got the doors, fenders off. I'm ready to cut. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting, and then I'll bring back some video of what it looks like as we get into it. This is my first time, so let's see how it goes. Alright, we're back at it. Got most of the floor cut out. I went ahead and ordered this piece so I can cut it out of the way. I want to replace this front section and as big a piece as I can. And I got the entire floor pan that should come all the way up into here. So basically today I'm going to try to get this cut out of here, drill these spot welds out, see what this cab mount looks like. So normally you just expose the spot weld with the grinder and then grind out just the spot weld, but it's so pitted that you just really can't see it, so I'm just going after the rail. Once it's thin enough, peel it back. It's not hurting the support at all. There's enough meat to weld back into it. This is pretty much where we are after, I don't know, maybe like 4 hours. I'm just going to go back to here, clean this up, stencil across where that pan meets it, patch in another piece off the other floor pan I got, basically come up to here with the first piece and go over there. Pretty much got all the rust pulled out of this side. I'll get it all cleaned up and fitted, and I'm gonna go get some wire, tack it in, see what it looks like, and update you. Alright, so here we are. Got all the old stuff cut out. I still have a little bit of grinding left to do to make this thing fit right. I'm super excited, like, to see the thing already at this point in the 10-hour range really gives me inspiration to get this thing done. So I went ahead and I drilled some holes right here where the original spot welds were so that I could spot weld it in there and there. These 3/8 extensions are perfect for the bolt size. Make sure all that stuff lines up. Clamp nice and tight there, clamp nice and tight there. The gap's a little big, but it's probably my bad from grinding too much. I'm just mainly concerned about getting all these shapes to just come in real smooth. Be able to shift stuff around as I start tacking it as well. Gonna be welding this thing together with this good old titanium MiG 170 Harbor Freight welder. I did some test welding with it and it turned out pretty good. Got a test piece in here somewhere. But whatever. Oh, here it is. Good penetration through the backside. After back grinding it, you can't even really see where it was welded. Just gotta be careful with the heat. When we get this thing tacked into position, and we'll see what happens. Pretty excited. So I got this piece in here. Overall, pretty happy with the fitment. I'm going to work on tacking the places that fit really good first and see how that goes. I don't expect it to fit perfect everywhere. I mean, this is new metal, old truck. Of course, it gets windy right now. I'm running 025 wire, and I'm running 75-25 shielding gas. I want to make sure I keep an opening here, so flathead screwdriver will get that all taken care of. So overall it's pretty good. This is really nice. Body hammer that. I'm going to get that welded there. Try to keep the heat out of it. It's got a nice opening. By the time I'm done, you won't even be able to see the weld. I'm going to go ahead and cut this tack off. And I think I'm going to try to get this to fit a little better. I don't really like how it's coming together. Just that one tack. Don't rush it. Keep the heat out of it. Don't want to warp anything. And if you end up with big gaps, it's okay. Just let the shapes flow. You can cut it back out and you can patch pieces in here. Like most likely what I'll do here is I'll cut this back and I'll just go ahead and weld a patch in. Up here I just take my time. I'll backfill this. Go ahead and throw a patch in here out of the other panel I got. Seeing this done on Counts Customs and so many hot rod shows and to be taking it under myself, I'm really excited. Pretty big feeling of accomplishment seeing this go in. So after I weld some of it out, I'll show you how it looks. Alright, so here we are. Been doing terrible at posting and putting any videos together. But pretty much here's how we stand. Got the nice floor pan welded back in here. Gonna have to do a little patchwork up there like I figured. The lower cab piece is put back in, tacked in. Everything's fitting super nice. A little bit of rust down here, more than I expected, but not a big deal. Got the cab corner cut out. Pretty much one of the last pieces of rust on this side that I got to deal with. There's the rockers and the floor pan we took out. So I'd say overall progress is looking pretty solid on this thing. Got this piece cut out. We're getting ready to kind of mold this back in here. We'll get that cut out, tacked up, weld that in, then we'll throw the cab corner on. Pulled the bed off just to kind of work with it. We're going to go through and fill these holes in. Get rid of those crappy tank covers. Fill this hole in. I think the color I chose is going to be red with black on the overall.